So welcome to Matt Fash Navy Memorial. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
May I please have your name and rank?
My name is John Christopher Fischer. I was a staff sergeant in the United States Army. I'm retired now.
Fantastic. And sir, if you could start us off how you first became involved in the United States Navy and take us through your time in both branches.
Okay. And I joined the Navy in 1957 at the age of 17 and a half. And I did what they call a kiddie cruise. I spent 3 years on active duty with the Navy. And during that time, in 1958, the Communist Chinese were trying to invade the islands of Quemoy and Matsu of nationalist China, also called Taiwan. And our fleet was called in to assist. In our ship, we had ammunition. I was on an ammunition ship, Mount Baker, AE-4. And we were offloading ammo and putting it on lighters so that the nationalist Chinese could take it over to the islands and use it over there to defend themselves. In '60, I decided to get out of the Navy, see something else, and that was the first part of '60. And by the end of '60, I was trying to get back in service. The Navy was not taking prior service at that time, and an Army recruiter asked me what I did in the Navy, and I told him. He says, "Come on, I've got a job for you," so I joined the Army, and that was in 1960. And in 1966, when the Army sent me to Vietnam, I volunteered. I was in Germany at the time, and I volunteered to go to Vietnam. But in 1966, when I got to Vietnam, somebody in MACV looked at my records. And they saw all this naval background that I had, and with the Army background I had, they sent me down to the Mekong Delta to a town called Mito. And I became a naval advisor to a Vietnamese Navy company down there. I was working strictly with the Vietnamese Navy, and it was scary at first because when I got there I didn't speak Vietnamese, and none of the sailors that were in this company spoke English, except the captain. He spoke very little English, so I had to learn Vietnamese very quickly, and of course he learned English, and I was giving English classes to the men, and they were helping me with my Vietnamese. But I'd never been exposed to advisory duty before this, and so I was very surprised at advisory duty because they put us, I don't know how to explain it, we were special. They really treated us royally as advisors. And we were required to officiate at every ceremony, regardless of what it was, a marriage, a birth, or anything. And my really first experience as an advisor was the birth of a child. I had to supervise it. I was not a medic. So I got on the radio, PRC 25, or PRC 10, and I called into base camp, and I got a hold of the medic, and I said, I knew him by name, and I said, "Tom," I said, "they're wanting me to help this lady give birth to a baby." I said, "I don't know what I'm doing." He started laughing. He thought that was funny. He said, "That's one of your jobs." And so he explained to me what I needed to do, and so I did it. Afterwards, I went out and pooped my guts out. But I found that the Vietnamese treated us very, very well. They were, when I went there to this base camp, I was the only American. I was a little scared because I'd heard some stories about Vietnamese soldiers turning on their advisors. But I got along so well, I decided I wasn't going to be afraid. So I lived with these people. And so they had some strange things, you know. They would go upriver to wash, they'd brush their teeth and take a bath, and go downriver to go to the bathroom. And so I was trying to explain to them that the village upriver was doing the same thing. And so it finally dawned on them that, so we started gathering rainwater and stuff like that. We got some portable water tanks brought in and put potable water in for them so they could have fresh water, because they were The children were badly diseased. They had sores on them, and they had no medicine there. I got a hold of the Philippine Medical Corps that was there in Mito, got them to come out, and they did what we call a med cap. And these people didn't even know what soap was. And so they were issuing soap and toothpaste and stuff like this. They were inoculating the people and the children, and to get them over some of these diseases and protect them. The compound was, I mean, it was just thatch huts. So I found out that down at Dogtown, which was down the river from us, the harbor down there, harbor master was an old Navy chief warrant officer. So we had a couple of skirmishes where we picked up some souvenir weapons, and we took them down. And I showed them to the chief, and he said, "What do you want?" And I told him what I needed. I needed concrete, I needed food, I needed medical supplies, I needed weapons. Some of my people had old bolt action rifles. And we got just about everything we needed. He provided us with concrete and everything, and he provided us with building material. We put in concrete floors for the hooches. We put in tin roofs and tin siding, and I mean, they were really in real good shape. We built latrines. I even got a 500 kW generator, and we had electricity for the first time. We actually had a way to operate some of our radios with electricity. And as time went on, the lights kept dimming. And I found out, I'd walk out and look down the line, and I'd see all these wires coming from off the base. Everybody was tapping in. They'd come in at night, and they'd wrap a wire around our wires and run electricity to their houses. So everybody around our compound started having electricity. So I had to beef up our generators, keep it running. But I guess that explains how I got involved back with the Navy, because of my prior experience in the Navy when I went to Vietnam as an Army sergeant.